welcome to Waxing on RJ with Ridge Jackson. And this is me, myself, Jake Jackson, and this is episode 8. And we're back with some picks for you. Yeah. I know it's been a bit, but we got some recent pickups, and we also we made a little record store stop. We meant to do a video about it or like a live stream, shit happens. But we're going to show that off, and we're going to talk about some upcoming shows and some shows we actually went to this week. Ridge, let's get started. Let's show us your first pick.
All right, my first pick is Blood Chants of Impiety by Nephilim's Noose. This was released in January 2023 on Life After Death. It's really fucking sweet, like noisy, chaotic death doom, like more doomy, but it's different. They're doing something different in this. I can't really describe it the best right now. You'd have to give it a listen. It's not for everybody, I will say that. Like, it's definitely acquired taste, but it is fucking fantastic. Like, I've been playing this quite a bit. Like, look at that tape layout.
Was it the blue tape?
It's like a purplish blue, and it's very, very pretty. All the artwork is amazing. Got this little translucent purple shell on it, and then
there we go.
Got the J card in there, the dudes and the lyrics. It's all real good. They're from Canada, 3-piece as far as I know. I don't know too much information on them yet. Like, there's not much out there, but it's killer for a straight up like doom record. Because, I mean, it's 4 tracks, but it's a record.
It's 42 minutes long.
Yeah, it's 42 minutes long.
41, whatever.
So, and I mean, it's really cool. There's like some bell, like freaking rings and stuff in the middle of it. Lots of noise, lots of evil sounding shit. Like, almost kind of like some war imagery. It's solid. And actually, if you want to pick up a copy of this, I mean, check out the Bandcamp, Nephilim's Noose. There are copies available over at Life After Death for cheap. Grab them, and you won't be disappointed.
We love Life After Death.
Oh, I do. Every paycheck.
Big friends of the show.
Every paycheck.
Big friends of the show.
I'm putting money down because I'm always getting good shit in from him. It's very, I don't know. It's just shit that I don't know about, like, that I won't find like on Spotify or
this is not going to be on the Rock This Spotify playlist. No. It
is on Spotify if you like to check it out. But
do they have a Bandcamp?
They do have a Bandcamp, but
okay.
I'm gonna point you the way over at Life After Death.
All right.
So that's my first pick.
Hell
Blood Chants of Impiety, Nephilim's Noose. Fantastic. Right. What you got?
Mine's not Death Doom.
It doesn't have to be
Death Doom. Not a Death Doom.
Let's do something different.
Something different. Now, I chose this. I'm not going to do this style of music a whole lot on this show because this is, I want to highlight, heavier stuff or rock or whatever, metal. But this is this album right here. This is Emarosa Sting. It was released in January. And it's their 6th or 7th studio album, and you're like, Emarosa, like, yes, Emarosa, the post-hardcore. They used to be a post-hardcore, big on Warped Tour. But if you think Emarosa, they still make music, yes, they do. This album right here is a masterclass on pop music, in my opinion. They went full pop. To me, this is punk rock as it gets. They went full pop. They just went for it. This is not a major label. This is not someone telling them to do this. To me, this is punk because they did what they thought was right for them and as a band. Right. And to me, it's, 10 tracks, 34 minutes, all killer, no filler. They get to the point. And if you think, oh, this is just a basic pop album, believe it or not, if you actually listen to it, there's a lot of structure. There's a lot of dynamics. And out for you guitar nerds out there, I don't play guitar, but people want riffs. Dude, the guitar textures by E.R. White, great guitar player, and his tasteful solos. I got the cassette. I got this
copies.
I got to get the cassette and the vinyl because I love it so much. And I got a theory. I think I know why they pressed the cassette. Here's the cassette. Here's the cassette. Gold.
That gold with
gold.
print.
I think they did that because this should be a fucking gold record. I'm telling you right now. I mean this. Look at that gold. Look at that, because that should be certified gold, platinum. Should be triple platinum. If they were on a major label, or this is not a shot at them or the modern pop artists, because I do like some modern pop, but this should be on top 40 radio. This is a master, dude. I only have 2 picks because I'm gonna gush about this for a while.
Oh, you go. Go for it.
But dude, every single song. I mean, you listen to "Preach," the very first song, the single. It's the first track on the album too. That sounds literally the production style. If you like Michael Jackson, it literally sounds like Bad. Ooh. And then "Attention" sounds like George Michael. "Tears for Fears" influence. People say the 1975, but I don't think so. But I love every single song on this album, especially if I'm going to highlight.
I'm not to interrupt you, but there was when we were driving down to the record store, you were playing this record for me, and there was some Prince style guitar work and that the solo,
tasteful solos.
Yeah,
and I'm not a huge solo guy. I don't like solos that much. I mean, I do, but I'm not one of those people I need 10-minute solos. I'm not into that.
Yeah, no,
these are tasteful, great solos. "Cinnamon" is the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that is my favorite song on the album by far. It's tied right now with my song of the year with the new Fury of 5 song, "Feel the Rain," and the new Bouncing Souls, 10 Stories High. But I'm telling you right now, produced by Courtney Ballard. He's a wizard. He's produced for Bearings, Emarosa, and countless other artists and bands. He's amazing. And I love this direction they're going. I know old Emarosa fans, if you only like 2007 post-hardcore, this ain't it for you. But if you have an open mind and you listen to it, and this band just keeps getting better. It's just, they just advance, and I can't say enough great things about them.
Right.
Emarosa Sting, 10 tracks, 35 minutes. Also, it's called Sting because they're fans of the wrestler Sting. So there's another wrestler. Yeah, there's another
favorite wrestler growing up.
There's another, and also something to do with stings are one of the most animals that survive. They can survive anything. It's kind of I guess Emarosa survived through all the years of whatever. But my first pick's Emarosa Sting. It's a masterclass on pop music. This is how it's done. Check it out if you have an open mind. I'm not saying you don't, but I know a lot of people listen to fucking death metal and hardcore and metal on this. But if you want,
we also listen to
I listen to Janet Jackson too. So if you open up your mind, give it a shot. I think you'll enjoy it, and it's going to be a summer album for sure for me.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
I mean, it wasn't my
no, it's not
kind of thing. I wouldn't go out and buy this, but
it's
I don't hate
done.
it. I don't hate
it's
it.
Well done. Yeah, you got to admit it's
production was.
How many bands of that era of the post-hardcore Warped Tour scene could do that? What they did?
Not many.
Pull it off. I mean, and Bradley from Emarosa could sing the phone book. He sings. I mean, he can sing any style. I mean, their previous albums, they were kind of hinting at this. They were, 131. They were just kind of an alt rock record, but there's little touches of pop in it. Mm-hmm. And then Peach Club, their last album, was a pop rock. There was more acoustic, more rock drums on it, but it was still. But they've been hinting at this direction for a while, and I'm glad they just fucking went for it. They let their nuts hang and went for it. So, Emarosa Sting, check it out.
Yeah,
that's why I got 2 picks, because I went about 5 minutes on that. So,
all right, so we'll go into my next pick, which is Within the Ceaseless Murk by Congealed Putrescence. I got it upside down. Look at that. Oh, I'm doing great.
We're live now.
Yeah, we're live. Yeah,
we're live. It's all right.
Oh yeah, I forgot to even get on the live chat thing. Okay, but it's also funny. It's Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras weekend.
Now. Mardi Gras weekend. It's a death metal band from New Orleans, Louisiana. It's meat and potatoes, death metal, fast, fun, thick guitar tone. And they play like strats and stuff from what I've seen in their pictures and shit. But I mean, it was released on Caligari Records.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only place I've seen where they still have copies of this left. It's really fucking sick. Green with this like really sweet, I don't know if that's kind of like forestry or something, but it's really good.
The perfect Mardi Gras record. Green, New Orleans.
Yeah, I need that purple and that gold.
Purple. I thought there was green in Mardi Gras too.
Yeah, there is green.
Okay.
But anything, a buddy of mine, good buddy, one of my best friends, haven't seen him in a long time, but he lives down in New Orleans, Levi. He told me about these guys a while back. He's like, he sent me their Bandcamp. Was just like, yeah, man, check out Congealed whatever. Can't pronounce that last one. It's a little tongue twister for me. And so I listened to him and kind of put him on the back burner. But then I got the tape and started listening to it, and I was just like, holy shit, this is really fucking good. Like, bass work is really fun, drumming's solid, production's really good on it. And I was talking to Levi. I was just like, sending him a text. I was like, hey, man, got this tape in. This is fucking rad. And he's like, yeah, one of the members of that band recorded Paprika's live tour.
Which the band
tape
that Levi is in.
Which is the band that Levi's in. Really awesome hardcore band. Like, real hardcore band. And he recorded that tape that they're going to be selling on tour, which we'll plug that in the next episode.
Hell yeah.
They're going to be doing a St. Louis date, which is going to be sweet.
When
Paprika
is that again?
Paprika, yeah.
When is that?
It's like right at the beginning of April. I don't want to say the wrong date because I can't remember, but it's on a Friday night, which is going to be dope.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Be a rock.
So, yeah, I mean, this is just 4 tracks, really short and sweet, fun listen, good solid pick.
All right.
Congealed putrescence within the ceaseless murk.
Hell yeah.
It's awesome. I like it.
All right. Here's my second
Hopefully
pick.
you like it. Go to
stream
Caligari's
it, buy it.
Bandcamp and buy it.
Here's my second pick.
I got these horrible burps.
He had C Senor earlier.
Yeah, it's chicken fajita chimichanga.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was really good, but man, it smells like death is coming out of me.
My second pick is, to me, a badass hardcore band that I actually found out about through if you don't know, now you know. One of my favorite bands in the world, Code Orange. They plugged these guys on Twitter when their EP dropped or demo, and it's called Pain Clinic. Gimmick Dreams.
Clinic.
Welcome to the Pain Clinic. Pain Clinic. From Pittsburgh, PA.
Oh, they're
hardcore band. Speaking of Mardi Gras, we got the purple. There we go.
So we got the purple. We got the green.
There we go.
I got a gold tape over there.
Let's get a Pain Clinic and what's that band's name? I can't pronounce the name. Let's get that. Let's get a show of that one. Right there.
Congealed.
Let's get a Pain Clinic.
Putrescence.
let's get that shit going. But anyway, badass band, 4 tracks, around 10 minutes long. I mean, great production. Right. I was wondering. I was like, because I like that style of hardcore production. I was wondering. I was like, why do I like this so much? I mean, obviously from it's that style of hardcore that I like. But it's like, it's got the riffs, it's got the breakdowns, it's got the groove. I was like, damn, I love the recording of this so much. And this is the great thing about owning physical music.
Right.
The best thing, especially I love about punk and hardcore, is the thank you and the liner notes or whatever. They're thank yous. And I read this, and I popped so hard when I read this, and it makes sense. It says Pain Clinic is, like, all the members, and it says recorded, mixed and mastered by Eric. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name, brother. AKA Shade from Code Orange.
Oh.
Their keyboard player, guitar player.
Yeah.
He recorded this whole EP. So,
nice.
and literally, and this
when was that released?
November. So I finally got this in the mail from Within Records, I believe is the label. I think it's From Within Records. I'm almost
We'll
certain.
go with that. If we're wrong,
Yes, From Within Records.
yell
Pretty
at us in
cool.
the
Pretty cool
comments.
label. That's where I ordered it from. But Eric Shade from Code Orange recorded this, and I was like, even better, even better. But this is also why this. I mean, you've probably been doing this for years, but
Yeah.
this is what I love about bands is the thank yous. Like they shout out to like Gridiron, Code Orange, Eternal Sleep, No Reason to Live. You find out about all these bands,
Right.
and you go check them out. It's like a big thank you, and I love that. And then
Love the Gridiron shout out.
Oh, well, Gridiron is.
We like Gridiron.
We love Gridiron. You on the bench, we in the trench. Absolutely. And then, of course, the best part of it, of the whole note here, PA hardcore till I die, till my last breath. I mean, so yeah. But my favorite track is Pain Clinic. The song, the title, Pain Clinic, is by far my favorite track. 4 tracks, 10 minutes. It's it's bangers all the way through. No skips. Give them a listen. Let's get them streams up. Go buy something. They played a show last night, I believe, with All Out War and Eternal Sleep in Pittsburgh. I don't know. I want to say it's Pittsburgh, but I'm not sure.
Doesn't Pittsburgh have like a really good hardcore scene?
Oh yeah, I mean that Code Orange is where they're from. Jesus Piece is either from Philadelphia or Pittsburgh. I can't remember, but they're from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Gridiron.
There's like
It's not hardcore, but Anti-Flag is from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So I mean, a lot of punk and hardcore that I like is from Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania area. But Pain Clinic, Gimmick Dreams. Oh, one more thing. I'm going a little long-winded here on this one.
Oh, that's fine.
They From Within Records released trading cards, like cards of all the bands that they.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, dude, this is cool as shit. They
Awesome.
They kind of look like baseball cards a little bit, like action shots. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, let's get some more of that. Like,
Yeah,
throw in like
cards, because
Yeah.
I collect baseball cards and football cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all about that. Pain Clinic, Gimmick Dreams, From Within Records, Pittsburgh, PA. Shout out to Shade from Code Orange. He's the man.
Yeah.
Check it out. Ridge, what you got?
All right, we're gonna go with my final pick. This is the final of our traditional round. So we're gonna go with that, and then we're gonna do a little extra stuff. But my final pick, third and final pick, is this awesome split by Depraver, and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this right, but VIII. Both California bands, as far as I know. This artwork is completely fucking
Badass.
horrendous.
Wow.
But it's really like Depraver's more along the lines of like Black and Death, grind, a little bit of thrash. But man, like the separation and all the instrumentation is amazing. Like you can hear everything. All the production sounds really good. Like it's fucking sweet. And I mean, they have 4 tracks on their side. VIII has 6 tracks on their side. Looks like it was like a 4-way release by different labels. But yeah, I pretty much like picked this up because I just thought it looked really sick. And I was like, I'm probably certain I will like this. And I'll just, but yeah, I was really, really pleasantly surprised when I got it in. Put it on the turntable.
What's the first band again?
Depraver.
I really, really dug them a lot.
Yeah.
Really, really dug them.
Yeah. I mean, it was fucking sick. I still listen to this. Like, I was listening to this when you came here. Like, it was released in like 2021, but I haven't been able to find any more Depraver stuff, but VIII is still active and releasing material, which I think Depraver is. I just don't know of anything else that they're releasing right now.
I checked out their Spotify. They had a couple other things on there.
Yeah. But yeah, VIII is you can actually still get this on VIII's. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so come at me if you want. But they still have copies on their Bandcamp.
Cool.
Of this. Life After Death is where I got it, and sold out there, which is good. But yeah, if you really want some well done Black and Death, thrash, grind, More, they kind of got a little bit of doomy feel in some of their material, but
there's definitely variety from both bands.
Get you that, yeah. And I mean, if you want to, I mean, it's very evil looking if you're into any of that stuff. But yeah, that's my third pick. Depraver Vrynth's 2021 split.
Hell yeah. Gotta love a good split. I love splits.
Oh, I love
them.
Man, that Ritual Necromancy Fossilization split is just forever. Like, that's one of my favorite splits. I love that.
And Code Orange Kids and Full of Hell.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the best ones,
so we got the Code Orange Kids, Full of Hell split. Then you got the Nails and Full of Hell split.
Yeah, I believe I got you that as a gift.
You did. Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Yeah, and it's on the, like, clear 7-inch.
Hell yeah.
Looks fucking sweet. Yeah.
I
kind of jumped into that last one. I wasn't prepared, so I was a little jumbled up. But yeah, I highly recommend this record. Fucking rolls.
Hell yeah! You had another one for us, right?
Another one? Yeah, no, I just had three picks.
That's right.
Yeah,
well, on Spotify, on the playlist that I made, I forget that that's a split and it pops up as 4 artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I put it in order. So yes, 3. But we do have some more for you. We went to a record store in Cape Girardeau.
You want to talk about that first?
Let's talk about it first. I got it right here.
Yeah.
I got it all right here.
Okay, so
Rapid fire.
Okay, well, first, let's start. There's a new, I think they've been open for like 6 months, 7 months. It's called Spectrum Record Lounge down on Broadway in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. And it's a record store and bar, / bar. It is fantastic. Like, they had lots of solid picks. Like, absolutely. I was very surprised. Like, I was just over there when I found like the metal section. I was just like metal hardcore section. I was just like looking, and you're like, no, you found like a gym.
I did.
You were just like, yeah.
Underneath, it's like down on the ground.
You're like, Rich, you're going to want to look at this.
Absolutely.
And I was like, okay, man, yeah, I'll look at that in a little bit. And you're like, no, you're going to have to look at this. And there was a treasure trove there. Holy shit. But good time.
I almost bought something from that one too. Yeah. From that part. But I was like, I can't, not today. I'm already went hog wild. Yeah. So
but anyway, so that was a little introduction. We went down there, and then you can take it from there wherever you're going.
I'll run over a few picks of mine. Yeah. I got a few cassettes, a CD, 2 CDs, and a vinyl. Just stuff that I have, but maybe not on this format. There's also one of my favorite bands ever, Kiss. I picked up Asylum on cassette. I have it on vinyl, but I was like, I don't have it on cassette. And I was like, I'm going to pick this up. And
hell yeah.
If you know anything about me, you know, especially that I love 80s Kiss.
And that's still in like good condition too.
$8 was a good price. Mm. Yeah. One of my what is that? I haven't even.
Whoa! So you've got like a.
Oh, that's the Animalized Live Uncensored, the tape they did, like a live concert. That's bad fucking ass. It's where like Paul Stanley does these crazy ass.
Dude, that's awesome.
Where he does these crazy. He talks on stage and he's just talking wild.
Yeah, so it's a little mailer.
I haven't even opened that up.
So you can reserve your copy.
That is fucking cool.
That's awesome.
That was for the Animal Uncensored. That's from the album before, but they released that
hell yeah.
tour video. You know, if you have not watched Animalized, we might pop that on later. Animalized because they play a lot of 70s stuff, so you still like it. Animalized Uncensored, it's crazy. And then my second pick is like if I had to pick a Desert Island 10 albums, this would be on it. And I have it on CD, but I thought I'd pick it up on cassette. And that is the first Danger album. To me, one of the best hair metal bands ever. They're better than, to me, they're better than Poison. They're better than Motley Crue. They're better than, all those bands. They should have been massive, but the first Danger record is amazing. And my last cassette that I picked up is also, if you know about me, I am a huge fan of the Jacksons, the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. If your last name's Jackson, I'll buy it. So, and that was Victory, their last album they did with Michael in '84. I didn't have a copy of it at all, and it was $2, so I thought I'd pick it up. And and then I had 2 CDs and a vinyl. Well,
you bought.
I bought it, and you say, how could what I'm about to tell you is if it's one of your favorites, if it's your favorite or it's one of the best, how come you just own it? I was like, I just never got around to owning it, and I never saw this one in a record store.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, me and Rich both love this band. It's the mighty Rancid.
I grew up on Rancid.
Rancid and Out Come the Wolves, in my opinion. This is the greatest punk rock album of the 90s. It's one of the greatest punk rock albums ever. Tim Armstrong is a fucking genius. He's a god to me. He does, I mean, he's amazing. And then I got the vinyl of it too. So I was like, and Out Come the Wolves is definitely my favorite punk album in the 90s. So I got to get it on cassette. I'd have it on 8-track if I could.
Well, I remember you had already checked out. You got the CD and your tapes and stuff. And then me and Cook were still looking at records, and you went over to the bar to get a mixed drink. And I was just like looking through, and I was like, oh man, there's some like Ramones records. And I was like, oh, holy shit, they have an Out Come the Wolves.
Because they only
and
ever
I was
have...
just like, I kept being like, Jake. And you were just like still over at the bar and couldn't hear me.
Needed a cocktail.
So then I was just like, Cook, he's going to want this. And then I went and looked at other records, and he went over to the bar and got you and was just like, yeah. You were like, yeah, get that for me. Like,
yeah, I was like, buy it for me. I'll give you my card. And to me, we both love it. I mean, it's like a perfect record for any time, party,
100%.
Listening.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the very few. I mean, I say that, and I'm probably wrong, but it's one of the very few albums to go platinum. Independent album, independent band album. That's crazy. They're Epitaph Records, and that for go platinum. That's crazy to me. But and speaking of bands that should be bigger, my last CD choice is a band that I absolutely fucking love. One of my favorite bands of all time, MXPX, The Everlasting Moment, The Ever Passing Moment. I don't know why I said that. Which was like their big album. I had a CD of it, but I can't find it, so I got another one as a placeholder till I get the vinyl. But MXPX to me is one of the greatest punk rock bands of the 90s. But unfortunately, they never got as big as like Green Day and The Offspring. To me, they're way better in my opinion. But I'm like MXPX so much. I got a hat, and people think it's Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Like I see people that think, is that Diary of a Wimpy Kid? That's like, no.
See the similarity.
But and but just thought I'd grab that because I was like, I've never, I hardly ever see MXPX stuff at record stores. So I was like, I gotta grab it.
Right, yeah.
So those were my pickups. But Ridge, he got a haul, son. He got a haul. I only spent like $60.
Well, shit, we started drinking when I got over to the house, and then we were waiting for Cook. Yep. And then I drank the whole way down there, and but yeah, I went hog wild because it was just such a good selection. I could have bought more, but yeah, that would have been bad. All right, so I'll start with the LPs. These were all records that I was just like, I seen them, and I was like, they happen to have like some of my favorite records by bands that I like. But we'll go with first, Bolt Thrower for Victory.
The mighty Bolt Thrower.
Yeah, I mean, I might get some heat. Like, this is just always, like, when I first heard of Bolt Thrower, this was actually the first album I listened to. And the more of all the rest of the Bolt Thrower albums, like, this is the one that I will still always come to. It's really fun. Like it. And then another one, Entombed.
There we go.
Wolverine Blues. And a lot of people Left Hand Path it's like that's their record. But this one, like, I'm a big Converge fan, and this was a very influential album for Converge when they started out. I mean, there's not a bad song on this album, which it's Entombed. So, and then Coalesce. 012. Well, it's their first album, but I think this was like re-released or remastered or something by Relapse.
U812? Are they stealing Van Halen here? I'm joking.
Yeah. But it's the first album's like 01, 2, and then like a phrase or whatever. But
that's a pretty vinyl.
Yeah,
right
the
there.
vinyl is like sick. It's like this blue marbled kind of look. Used to have a burnt CD of this, and jammed it a lot delivering pizzas and stuff. Love that record.
Some of my favorite records, like discovering my favorite music ever while I was delivering pizza.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, I used to like, man, then when I finally got like an iPod and then just had like countless, like I would just listen to so many fucking albums a night just delivering pizza. Kind of missed that in a way. Like, and then my last record that I got was the recent reissue of The Cure's Wish.
The best.
It's one of my, man, this record is so good, which I mean, I named my daughter after one of the tracks of it. Like, there's just, from start to finish, this record is just beautiful.
That was the 30th anniversary one. That just came out.
Yeah. This was like pricey, and I was just like, I shouldn't get that.
It's The Cure. You love The Cure so much.
Like,
you just,
like,
you get it.
Yeah, like, because I seen it, like, as soon as we walked in the shop, they had it on display. I was like, I shouldn't get it. It's too expensive. Should not do it. I could get like 2 records for the price of this. And then as I like had all my other stuff, I was just like reached over, not even thinking in my brain, just like, yeah, I'm gonna get this.
It's The Cure. I mean, that has the song on it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it sucks like spending much money on it, but it's something that I'm going to cherish forever.
And you're going to use it.
Like,
you're
it's
going
like
to listen to it.
It's like, that's one thing about records and stuff is like, that's like almost like having like a live concert at your anytime you want to like get that experience and stuff.
And you're collecting a library, and especially with The Cure, you want to be a completist probably, and you want how many Cure albums do you have?
I don't have,
because I got you
actually.
one. I got you three.
I
got
you
you
Head in the Door.
Head in the Door. Yeah.
I have Disintegration, and then Wish is like, and then the Letter to Elise cut 7-inch that you got me when Elise was born.
Yeah, well,
that's
one of the wildest.
I
got that. I feel like that's more expensive now, because I got that in like 2017.
It is. It's like a German pressing.
I didn't even. It was not as expensive. It has to be more expensive now.
It's an original.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I got it on eBay.
I think it's like I think I went on Discogs and looked it up, and it's up there.
Because I didn't pay that much money for it, which I was like, this has got to be a steal because it's a 7.
It was a steal.
It's a rare 7-inch. Yeah. You know, that's a rare single.
I think
because it wasn't one of. I mean, it was a single, but it wasn't like one of their chart-topping hits, was it?
Right. No, it wasn't. I mean, it could have been. I mean, I wasn't around that time,
but it wasn't like Friday I'm in Love or
no.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, there was like a lot of well-known songs on that, but only like a couple. Like the rest of
90s Cure is, but I'm starting to.
90s Cure was great.
Dude, the album in like 96, that Barrett, ATI Podcast. Shout out to ATI Podcast. Got me on the album from like, it came out in like 96. It has Mint Car on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a strange whatever that album is.
They've had so many like B-sides or singles or greatest hits.
But that album in the mid 90s, right, pretty damn good. I slept on that for the longest time. But anyway, everybody should love The Cure. I don't say many things like you should do that, but The Cure, everybody should like The Cure.
Yes, I mean that's by far one of my favorite bands, and I mean I mostly listen to like heavy shit most of the time.
Well, The Cure is heavy.
The Cure is heavy.
The Cure is heavy.
The Cure is heavy.
Heavy's not always riffs. No. So, but yes.
Like, The Cure has some songs that'll put you in a fucking hole.
Pictures of You. Put that on.
Yeah.
Put Pictures of You on. That's be crying at the wheel. But anyway, you got some more. You get some more picks.
I do have some more. That was just the records. I spent way too much fucking money there.
He bought the whole store. I'm kidding.
I wish I would have.
Yeah, I mean it's a great spot.
But when we were talking about, you were just like, "Hey, Rich, come check this out." Like, and I finally did. There was a buttload of like underground, modern, like metal tapes, and I actually found 2 tapes that I've been looking for a long time. The first is Death Posture by Caustic Wound. very, very grindy death metal. Loved this. I've listened to this so much in the past and have never been able to find the tape, and finally found it there. Had to pay way more than I wanted to for it, but now I have it and I'm happy. The tape's really sick too. Like, show that off. It's pretty
Hell
cool. Yeah. Pretty neat, clear tape with this sweet artwork on it. So we'll blow through that. So then I found the Mortuous 2012 demo that I don't have, so kind of
that's one of your
one
faves.
step closer to completing my Mortuous collection.
Their album last year was like one of your favorites, right?
Yeah, that I can't remember if it broke my top 10 or
almost certain it was either in the top 10.
And then, so to speed things up, had to grab some CDs of another one of my favorite bands, Electric Wizard. And we have The Electric Wizard, self-titled. Like, every album has, like, pot leaves on it. But
they're a stoner band, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they're a stoner band. But sweet little booklets. Really cool. I guess this is like a reissue they did back in 2006. So I got the original, or the self-titled. Then I got Let Us Pray, which this is one of my top Electric Wizard albums. Another, I think it's like gold pot leaves this time. Yeah. And then We Live, all on CD. That one doesn't have a pot leaf on it, but I'm sure there's one somewhere. But
very
solid.
Cool.
I love Electric Wizard. If you're ever gonna like try and get into like stoner metal or anything, or stoner rock, Electric Wizard is the way to go.
They're definitely like the king, like they're one of the kings of that.
Yeah, I remember one, like it was a few years back. It was quite a while ago. Some fest it was being put on had Electric Wizard playing, and I wanted to go so bad, so bad, but never happened. So
do they tour often?
No.
Are they not a band? Are they still a band?
They're still a band, I think. I don't know. I really haven't checked up.
They haven't released new music in a while.
No, yeah. The last was it Black? No, it wasn't Black Mass. Venus and Fur. I can't remember. I kind of like the newer Electric Wizard hasn't really drawn me in as much as their older stuff.
Oh, bless you.
Those chimichanga burps, man. All right.
Well, don't we have some shows to plug that we're going to?
So we're going to move on.
That's coming up.
Those were our picks from the Spectrum Record Lounge in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. If you're looking for some solid records, want to have a beer while you're perusing through records.
Oh, dude, it's a great place
to go.
It's two of my favorite worlds.
Oh, yeah.
Drinking and listening to music and buying music. I mean, that bar is made for us.
And then you see, I was looking at their Instagram account. They've kind of built up their inventory a little bit, and they have a record selection over by where we were drinking.
Yeah.
Like and they're filling out the bottom halves too. And they even have they have a stool that you can use while you're looking through the 7 inches and the tape.
Consider it, thinking of people.
Even put lights under there, and they have a fantastic bar. Everything's great about that. They're good people, good selections, decent prices, and good drinks.
And from the bar perspective, you're a good bar when you have fucking one of the best goddamn liquors in the whole world.
What they have?
Deep Eddies, lemon, vodka with water. Son, you get about 3 or 4 of them, and you're conquering the world. You are figuring out the world's problems with that. Deep Eddies. Yeah. So there's another reason why I love it. You got Deep Eddies.
All right. So before we get off of here, kind of taking a little longer than we wanted to, we're just going to talk about some upcoming local St. Louis shows that people need to know about.
Or that we're going to.
Or that we're going to.
Or we've been to this week.
Been to. Oh, yeah. So we can talk about something.
I wanted to talk about we both went to shows this week.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's why I was throw that in there.
Well, before we get into the shows that we went
to. Yeah, we'll do
let's
this
just
first.
I'm going to throw up some upcoming shows. So good buddy at Murder City Records, based out of St. Louis, is throwing a show with Stagnant from Illinois, Trash Goat, DeGrave, Nihilistic Disdaint. That one is at the Record Space on February 25th, so next Saturday at 6:30 p.m. The Record Space is as far as I know, isn't it fairly new? Maybe it's been around for a little bit, but they have a fantastic punk selection.
I need to go because you've sent me some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to go.
Like everything that you would be into is probably there at that record.
Well, they have the Tom DeLonge solo album demo thing.
Yeah,
where it's piss yellow or whatever is the vinyl color. I was like, I need that.
I told you should have went up and got it. It's just right up in Afton.
Yeah,
like, it's not that far.
I need to go.
So then after that, on March 10th, there are Earth Groans, Mindclot, Reaver, and good buddies of the show, Bloodspawn, are playing at CBGB's at 7 p.m.
Now, where is that?
It's on South Grand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to think. It's near these like vegan restaurants I used to go to. But fucking gonna be a killer time. But then after that, on March 16th,
Lord,
we got
the mighty, the goats,
Terror playing with Direct Measure,
St. Louis, baby,
a fantastic
St. Louis hardcore
band. Yes,
and at Red Flag, and I want to go so bad.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, at 7 p.m. I think it's like $20 for the ticket. That's a good.
Absolutely,
deal.
You're seeing Terror.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, if you don't go to a Terror show and not lose your fucking mind, you're crazy. One of the best. Scott Vogel's the man. I love that band.
Yeah. And so the final show that I know of that's going on, or we know of that's going on in March, is on March 19th at Red Flag, is Bongzilla.
It's playing,
motherfucking
that's
Bongzilla,
awesome.
Fister, and Cloud Machine.
Okay, hell yeah.
That's fucking dope. And that's going to start around 7 p.m. And
I had a few shows.
I'm gonna go to that. I gotta make it.
That's a Sunday.
Yeah,
because I'm going to a show the night before. So I was gonna say I have a few shows in March that everybody should come out to.
God, I'm gonna have to work after that.
Oh yeah. Well, luckily I work nights, so I could get rowdy on Sunday. So
all right. So then those are the upcoming shows. You want to talk about some shows?
I had 3 shows that are not on the list, but that are in March that I am going to. I'm going to Blueberry Hill 3 times next month, and this kind of involves the Terror situation. The Red Flag and Terror announced this yesterday, and I already have tickets bought to another concert at the Blueberry Hill on March 16th, which I don't know if this can happen, but I'm going to somehow try to go to both.
I think you can make it happen.
I'm going to try to make it happen. But the show I'm going to on March 16th is Swayze, badass rapper, cool as fuck. You may know him. He had a couple hits in the late 2000s, but it's just going to be a fun-ass show. Tickets are very affordable, and he puts on a great show. Then March 18th, later that week, I'm going to see, if you remember this band, pop punk rock legends to me, Mest are coming to St. Louis.
Oh,
Mest. So March 18th, I'll be seeing Mest at Blueberry Hill. And then the week after that, March 26th, Grayscale with the wonderful Taylor Acorn is opening for them. And she's great at Blueberry Hill. So March 26th, come see Grayscale and Taylor Acorn. Those are the shows upcoming also that I know about that I'm going to.
Ooh.
So
yeah, I mean, there's a lot in like April, but we'll touch back on that.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah,
for me, but which one of them include the Mighty Mall?
The Mighty Mall.
Mighty Mall.
They are coming to
Kansas City.
I was like, they're not coming to St. Louis. I would have known.
No, they need to come to St. Louis.
They're one of the best death metal bands around. So yes, they need to come to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Sinkhole, Red Flag, Edward Jones Dome.
I think I want to see Mall at the Red Flag. Red Flag would be an awesome place to see Mall.
They could definitely play there. Yeah. Anywhere. I'll go watch them. I'll go watch them anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get up in Springfield or Kansas City to see them, but just have to work with work dates and getting somebody to go with because
that Saturday. I think it's on like a Saturday, so we might be able to like pull like a train ride, take a train up to Kansas City, boost train,
or just drive.
If you want to drive, I'm not driving to Kansas City. Fuck that.
Or they got a Springfield show coming, or they just did one.
Yeah, they did one. I don't think they have one coming.
I was going to say Springfield's a lot. I'm closer
sure
drive.
They tour nonstop, so they probably.
They deserve. Hopefully, they get some big tours because they deserve it, man.
Yeah. All right, so that does it about on that's all the upcoming shows that we're gonna go to or that are coming up. Were you wanting to talk about any shows?
We went to shows this week. We both did.
Yes, I went to a show last night.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, so I went to see The Fall of Troy performing their 20th anniversary of the first album, which, I listened to that album when I was, 16 years old, maybe? A little bit, probably about 16, 17. I loved that album. Listened to it constantly when I was that age, and it was a very, nostalgic thing. It was insane to see that again as a middle-aged fucking dude now. It was a good time, but they also played with Portrayal of Guilt. And buddy, Portrayal of Guilt stole the show for me, which I've been a fan of Portrayal of Guilt, not a hardcore fan or anything, but oh my God, the heaviness that they ensued is just nuts. And everything about that show. Everything about their performance.
What's the name of one of their albums that you said to me earlier? Oh, Fucker?
Christ Fucker.
That's a hell of an album.
Is their new album, which I bought 2 of their LPs last night. I'll show them off in the future, but man, that was a good ass fucking show. I loved it. There was a band. There was a Venezuelan band that opened up. If I'm pronouncing that right, they opened the show up, and we came in about halfway through their set. But that was amazing. It was like this Spanish fusion, lots of drum work, crazy guitar shit. And the bass player was insane. He was just grooving every note. You were just feeling every bit of it and just moving and shit. It was a really good band. I wanted to buy their record, but I bought 2 Portrayal of Guilt records for the price of one of their records. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll listen to them a little bit more, and then I'll buy it eventually. And support, which is you should always buy and support. Just going to a show and buying a ticket isn't enough to support the band. They're living off that merch.
Yeah, because a lot of the bands we see are living in vans. A lot of them.
Yeah.
So
just another part of this channel is trying to expose people to physical media, get them by
going to shows. Because as much as I love streaming and the convenience of it, and it is good for exposure, the one of the reasons they keep doing music is to show your support, show them that you care about them.
Yeah.
Show that you're willing to okay, I like this band or artist, I want to go see them.
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff, the merch gets them from town to town.
Yep.
Not everybody gets that guarantee and stuff. So support when you can.
Absolutely.
So what was the show you went to recently?
Tuesday, I went to one of the better shows I've been to in a long time.
I wanted to go to that.
It was great. It was all killer, no filler.
Had a terrible Valentine's Day.
It was on Valentine's Day. I went to the Red Flag in St. Louis. I saw Justice for the Damned, who I was not really super familiar with, heard about them, but they're from Australia. Badass band, fucking tough as fuck. They won me over, bought a long sleeve. The vocalist, very nice guy.
Wait, they're from Australia?
Australia.
Did you talk about Getting Called Speed?
I did not, but I talked about Trophy Eyes because
okay.
Also friends of Speed. Trophy Eyes, one of my favorite bands. That's how I found out about Justice for the Damned. Trophy Eyes vocalist John Floriani was wearing a Justice for the Damned hat.
Oh yeah,
like a trucker hat with the green logo. Yeah. Anyway, super cool guys. They hooked me up with some stickers and an air freshener after I bought. When I mean it, I'm not wearing it tonight, but I'll wear it next episode. They provided. I bought the best shirt I own, the Justice for the Damned.
Yeah.
That is the most comfortable long sleeve I've ever worn in my life. And he was talking about how good it was, like pressed on, like the whatever quality, and he wasn't fucking lying because it was amazing. And then after that, another band that's won me over and I'm absolutely obsessed with now is I Am from Texas.
Yeah.
Their song Texas Death. Son, that's tougher than a $2 steak. They won me over, bought a CD, and then up next was Undeath from New York, death metal. They're killing it. One of the best
about Undeath, like they're
one of the best death metal bands going right now.
Yeah.
And I didn't buy any of their merch because I've already, I did buy their merch, but I bought this flag for my brother here.
This is gigantic too. Like there's still lots.
That's a hell of a flag right there. Banner, whatever. They were great. Stage presence.
Rise from the grave.
Their vocalist was fucking hilarious. They're badass. Their snare was sounding great. Everything was great. And then of course, to me, the main event, one of the main reason I was there, one of my top, if you know me, one of my favorite bands right now, the mighty Kublai Khan, one of the wildest pits I've ever been in. Because I've been in some pits, but there's some pits I saw Tear. I was afraid to get in that. So but I was just feeling myself, had a few drinks, not too drunk though. Got in the pit for Kublai Khan, got a little wild. My shoes were green and gray, and they were black when I left. Like it was, like I was getting thrown around in there.
That's a good time then.
And they just so much energy, and they're great.
Hell yeah.
That's what I was there. And then of course, headliner, Thy Art Is Murder. Oh, Kublai Khan, I bought a hockey jersey and I bought Absolute. I didn't have it on any physical media. But I almost bought Nomad too. But I was like, I can't spend $300 tonight or $200, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I spent a lot of money on merch. And then Die Art Is Murder. They were good. They were great. As always, deathcore legends they're from England. They're from, I can't remember.
Are they from England?
They're from
I
England.
can't remember.
They're from England, but they were great. And that's one of the best, like, stacked bill shows I've ever been to, by far.
Yeah, I should have just went with you. I should have.
And it was, it wasn't like the Knocked Loose pack, but there was a lot of people in there.
Damn.
So,
hell yeah.
It was a great show. Come to shows, people. Go see shows.
Right.
Go buy something. You meet people. I talked to quite a bit of people there. Nice people, cool people. You might meet some friends there. So
not if you're me. I will just not talk to you.
Well, I saw a guy that had a Counterparts,
yeah,
the same sweatshirt I have, and he was in there two-stepping. He was, spin kicking. He was the MVP of the pit. As Matt Honeycutt said, I need to find out who the CEO of this shit is. And that guy was the CEO. He let his nuts hang.
Nice.
So, great time. Kublai Khan, can't wait to see him next. Yeah. Also, those other bands. Yeah. I followed them all. I'm obsessed with I Am now. Can't wait to fully dig deep into the catalog. Justice for the Damned, Undeath. That's a party. Oh, I want to drink with those guys.
Yeah, dude.
So
they had a beer made like a year ago or something.
Hell
like that, maybe a little bit longer ago. But it was only like in where they're at in New York. Maybe I could be wrong, but
he literally said, "Who fucking loves death metal?" Like when they first got, I was like, "This is awesome." And he's like talking about just fuck the person next to you. It's Valentine's Day or something. Like he was saying, he was crazy.
They're one band that like they get a lot of hate.
I don't understand why.
But I mean, like honestly, they blew up fast and they did it right, in my opinion. But I really appreciate their music. The newest album, it's not my favorite. Like Legions of a Different Kind is my favorite because just the hooks and the catchiness. Like there's not many death metal albums you can listen to and then just be like walking around the next day and that's like the hook is stuck in your head.
That's the only death metal I like. Yeah. Really, that I really like.
That's the same way with Maul. Maul does that perfect.
Body Box, Peeling Flesh. Mm-hmm. Those they have riffs that are memorable.
Yeah.
So.
So that'll close it out on our upcoming shows and shows that we went to. So we'll go ahead and close it out here. But thank you everybody. If you're watching Waxing On, we'll come back with a little. We got some ideas for some different episodes.
A little special, certain thing. Maybe album ranking. Maybe we got some stuff planned.
Yeah, we do. And as always, we'll be doing some crossovers and stuff with
ATI Podcast.
Our brothers at the ATI Podcast. Without them, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yes, thank you to those guys for, doing all the editing and all the stuff that he does. You're a legend.
Love you.
So
follow us, Waxing RJ on Instagram. Follow the ATI Podcast. I can't remember their plug right now, but our video is on their YouTube channel, so you can get all the links from there. And that's all from us. Have a beer, listen to some records or some tapes or some CDs. We'll see you next time.
This is Barrett from the ATI Podcast. Each week, Josh and I discuss current events, pop culture, music, TV, movies, politics, sports. Nothing is out of bounds. You can also tune in to learn about rising artists, small businesses. Whether it's music, graphic design, filmmaking, or even a brick-and-mortar mom-and-pop shop, we will be spotlighting folks and their endeavors. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Anchor, or anywhere you enjoy your podcasts. Just search ATI Podcast. We would like to thank you for your continued support, and as always, please stay safe out there.
Hey, this is Josh from ATI Podcast. For show updates and news about the podcast, follow us on social media. You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/ATI Podcast 22, on Twitter at podcast_ATI, on Instagram at the ATI Podcast, on TikTok at ATI Podcast. DMs are always welcome. Have a question for the show? You can always email us at atipodcastquestions@gmail.com. Stay safe out there.